Hello, and welcome back to Thirsty Thursday, where we comb through the hundreds of tweets from America's fiercest keyboard warrior, Congressman Derrick Van Orden. This week contained everything from continuing to lie about Badger Care funding to creating even more AI-generated videos. So, grab a glass and join us for Thirsty Thursday. Van Orden's daddy of the week this week is Kash Patel. Van Orden yet again had to call on a member of the Trump administration to campaign for him in Wisconsin. And this time, he brought up the big guns. Everyone's favorite FBI director, Kash Patel. You know, the guy who's making headlines every other week for being bad at his job. I guess we shouldn't be surprised. The similarities between Van Orden and Patel are never ending. Both are dudes who use their political positions to promote their own personal interests while having their lavish lifestyles funded by taxpayer dollars. Oh, and you might want to hide the hard liquor from them at family functions. Well, three things in life are always certain: death, taxes, and Van Orden lying about securing Badger Care funding for Wisconsin. Yeah, Van Orden is once again trying to ignore the fact that he voted to gut the program as a desperate attempt to try and salvage his re-election campaign. We don't really have much to say on this. He continues to scream these false claims into the void, and we're pretty much over it. And this Thirsty Thursday host is pretty sure his constituents are too. Need we remind you of this headline? Well, this week, Van Orden also got cozy with anti-abortion group SBA Pro-Life America. You know, a group whose very mission it is to end access to abortion care. Although this shouldn't be a surprise from Van Orden. Despite attempts to moderate on abortion, Van Orden has previously compared abortion to genocide and said victims of sexual assault and incest who seek abortions are compounding the evil of the assault. Yeah. Yikes. Well, finally this week, we seriously need one of Van Orden's staffers to take away Grok because we need some new material. Van Orden once again decided to take to Grok to let his anger out. AI generating a video of Dr. Fauci repeatedly saying, "I plead the fifth." At this point, it seems Van Orden may have a case of Fauci derangement syndrome. We seriously cannot emphasize enough that this stuff happened 6 years ago, and Fauci pleading the fifth is nothing criminal. It's actually something Van Orden's favorite daddy, Donald Trump, did nearly 450 times during his own criminal prosecution. Perhaps Fauci is just aware of how politicians like Van Orden spin his words for attempted political gain. But Van Orden probably knows this. He just thinks his constituents are too stupid to see through his BS. Well, that is all the crazy we can cover this week. I want to let all of our viewers know that there will be no Thirsty Thursday next week, as we will be on the road as we hit the ground running to beat Van Orden. Thanks for tuning in.